Introduction. Have you ever felt trapped in the endless cycle of trading time for money? We've been programmed to believe that wealth comes from high-risk startups, tech innovations, or climbing the corporate ladder. Yet there's a hidden path to financial freedom that few people talk about: acquiring established, cash-flowing, boring businesses that already have customers, systems, and profits in place. While the world is distracted by shiny objects and unicorn companies, a quiet revolution is happening on Main Street. Thousands of profitable local businesses, from laundromats to car washes, from landscaping services to accounting firms, are ready for new ownership. Their baby boomer owners are retiring with no succession plan, creating an unprecedented opportunity for savvy entrepreneurs. This isn't about launching risky ventures or reinventing the wheel. It's about purchasing proven income streams, implementing small improvements, and creating wealth through ownership rather than employment. Chapter 1. Finding the perfect boring business for your skills. The journey to financial freedom through business acquisition begins with finding the right match for your unique skills, interests, and goals. The most common mistake first-time buyers make is blindly chasing whatever business seems hot, rather than finding one aligned with their strengths. Your perfect business isn't necessarily the one making headlines, it's the one where your background, network, and passion create an unfair advantage. Lisa Song Sutton, a former Miss Nevada turned entrepreneur, demonstrates this principle perfectly. Despite her glamorous background, Lisa found her wealth not in modeling or fashion, but in mailboxes. After researching recession-proof businesses, she discovered that postal box rental services offered steady, recurring revenue with minimal maintenance. Rather than starting from scratch, Lisa approached the owner of a shipping center she'd been using for years. She made him an unusual proposal. She would pay him $10,000 and shadow him for 2 weeks to document his entire operation, in exchange for his knowledge and a promise not to compete in his service area. For those 2 weeks, Lisa, high heels and all, clacked around the store from dawn till dusk, documenting every aspect of the business. She opened the shop in the mornings, packed and taped packages, greeted customers, filled out rental agreements, sorted mail, and learned to operate all the equipment. This hands-on approach gave her invaluable insights before committing to her own business. After her internship, Lisa opened her first location in a strip mall in North Las Vegas, followed by another 30 miles south in Spring Valley. Her hiring strategy was equally brilliant. In the North, she discovered the value of military spouses, efficient workers with built-in networks who needed stable employment. Down south, she tapped into Vegas pool party cocktail waitresses seeking to escape the harsh conditions of their previous jobs. By leveraging her real estate experience to negotiate favorable leases and identifying the right talent pool, Lisa built a business that generated $500,000 in annual revenue by year 3. The key to Lisa's success wasn't just the business model, but how perfectly it aligned with her zone of genius, her unique combination of skills, passion, and network. Before searching for businesses to buy, you must first understand your own strengths. Draw a Venn diagram with 3 circles labeled passion, experience and skills, and network. Fill each circle with relevant attributes and look for businesses that fall in the overlap of all 3 circles. When evaluating potential businesses, use the SOWS framework: stale, minimal innovation adopted; old, established for years; weak competition, lazy and uninspired; and simple, doesn't require rocket science to run. These businesses might lack technological upgrades or modern marketing, providing perfect opportunities for buyers to add value through simple improvements. Remember, there's no such thing as the best business to buy,
only the best business for you.
Your financial freedom depends on finding a match that leverages your unique abilities while avoiding those 7 deadly businesses, like restaurants and retail, that have notoriously
high failure rates.
Chapter 2. Creative Financing.
How to buy with little money down.
The most pervasive myth about buying businesses is that you need a lot of money to get started. This simply isn't true. In fact, 60% of small businesses change hands using what I call the profit payback method, more commonly known as seller financing. This approach allows you to acquire businesses with little or no money down by using the future profits of the business to pay for the purchase. Wayne Huizenga, who eventually became a billionaire and owner of Waste Management, AutoNation, and Blockbuster Video, started with almost nothing. After dropping out of college and struggling through low-wage jobs, Wayne was driving a garbage truck when he spotted an opportunity. Rather than starting a company from scratch, he approached his boss, Wilbur Porter, who ran one of Broward County's first major garbage firms. Wayne convinced Porter to sell him a truck and 500 worth of customers on terms. By 1969, Wayne's single truck had grown into a fleet that dwarfed Porter's original business. The beauty of seller financing is its flexibility. Everything is negotiable, from payment terms to interest rates to the length of the loan. Unlike rigid bank loans, seller financing can be tailored to fit both parties' needs. Let's look at a real example. Matt wanted to buy a business for $500,000 but didn't want to put up all the cash or deal with a bank. The seller agreed to finance the deal with a $50,000 down payment and monthly payments of $4,000 over 10 years, plus interest. After making those payments, Matt still took home $10,000 monthly in profit. Why would sellers agree to such arrangements? There are numerous benefits for them. They can often get a higher overall price, spread their tax burden over multiple years instead of taking one large tax hit, complete the sale faster than working with banks, and create an annuity-like income stream for their retirement. For buyers like you, it means acquiring a business with minimal upfront capital and using the business's own cash flow to pay for itself. Brandon of Investment. Joy used this exact strategy. He purchased a business valued at $675,000 by putting down just $40,000 of his own money. The remaining $670,000, 94% of the purchase price, was financed by the seller at 3% interest. The business generated enough profit to cover both the monthly payments and provide Brandon with a healthy income. Beyond seller financing, there are several other creative approaches to funding your acquisition. The Small Business Administration, SBA, offers loans that require as little as 10% down and provide favorable terms. You might also consider customer acquisition strategies like Brittany, who acquired competitors' gym clients during the pandemic by offering their owners 50% of revenue for 6 months from any transferred clients. Even if you're nervous about taking on debt, remember Warren Buffett's wisdom. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. The key question isn't whether to use leverage, but whether the business will generate enough cash flow to cover your debt payments, pay an operator, fund growth, and still provide you with income. The wealthy understand that not all debt is created equal. Smart debt, used to acquire assets that produce more than the cost of borrowing, builds wealth. Foolish debt, used to buy liabilities that drain your resources, creates poverty. When structured properly, a business acquisition can pay for itself and set you on the path to financial freedom. Chapter 3. The Operator Factor, Hiring Your Business Leader. The secret weapon in successfully owning multiple businesses is finding the right operators. These are the people who run your businesses day to day while you focus on growth and acquisition. Without them, you haven't bought a business, you bought yourself a job and possibly a nightmare. Consider these two contrasting stories. In the first, an owner entrusted his newly acquired business to an operator who seemed perfect on paper. Months passed with slightly slower growth than expected, but nothing alarming, until one night during a family vacation, the owner received a disturbing email from his accountant. The numbers weren't adding up. The operator, now unreachable and enjoying his own European vacation, had apparently been siphoning profits from a business that was barely staying afloat. It took months of work, lost friendships, and sleepless nights to recover the business. Contrast this with another scenario. Chris, what is this deposit for $14,850? Asks an owner while checking one of his bank accounts. Oh, that's Portco payout. Hunter just sent it through, Chris replies casually. This is the power of a good operator. Someone who treats the business like their own, works hard, communicates transparently, and delivers results while the owner lives their life. The first question many new owners ask is, do I really need an operator? While it's not absolutely necessary, many owners start by running their businesses themselves. Having the right operator provides freedom and scalability. When I bought my first laundromat, I quickly realized I knew nothing about fixing washing machines. My operator brought the expertise needed to keep things running smoothly, which allowed me to focus on finding more deals and building toward future growth. How much should you pay an operator? Follow the 6 figures to thee and me rule. Your business needs to make enough in profits to pay 6-figure salaries to both you and your operator. I generally won't buy a business unless it has at least $200,000 in annual profits. 100,000 for me and 100,000 for my operator. This provides a margin of safety. If anything goes wrong, you have buffer room before either of you starts losing money. Money isn't the only motivator for top talent. Consider offering performance bonuses tied to business metrics, equity earn-in options like 2% after the first year of meeting KPIs, or longevity payouts for hitting milestones. These incentives align your operator's interest with the business's success and encourage long-term commitment. Finding great operators requires a strategic approach. Your job listing should read like an advertisement for a thrilling opportunity, not a dry list of responsibilities. As Sean Puri wrote in his famous internship contract, "I'll push you into the pool, but I won't let you drown. I will be brutally honest with you. I may be the first to do so. You will get 3 years of experience in 1 year." This type of authentic, challenging opportunity attracts the right people. When evaluating candidates, prioritize 3 filters: known talent, people from your existing network, experienced talent, those who have done the role before, and proven talent, individuals with a history of success. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior, so look for evidence of leadership, management experience, and problem-solving ability. Before making a final decision, give candidates a trial project to see how they approach real-world challenges. Remember that the most expensive mistake in business isn't an action taken but a human chosen. Take your time, do thorough due diligence, and when you find your operator, set them up for success with a clear onboarding process and regular check-ins. The right operator will multiply your efforts and allow you to build an empire instead of just running a single business. Chapter 4. Implementing growth systems for passive income. Once you've acquired your business and put a capable operator in place, it's time to transform it from active work into a source of passive income. This transformation doesn't happen by accident. It requires implementing systematic growth tactics and monitoring mechanisms that keep your business thriving with minimal input from you. Consider the story of a modest pressure washing business. In its first year as a solo owner-operator, it generated 175 paid jobs at $400 each, creating $70,000 in annual revenue with just $5,000 in expenses. While $65,000 in profit is respectable, this business has enormous untapped potential. By implementing strategic growth systems, the owner transformed this humble operation into a $5,800 profit machine without becoming more involved in daily operations. The transformation began with pricing adjustments. Most small businesses are years behind on price increases, leaving money on the table. By raising prices 20% from $400 to $480 per job, the business immediately boosted its profit margin. Next came upsells, offering complementary services like roof cleaning, pool cleaning, wood deck restoration, and exterior painting. This raised the average job value by 50% to $720. Perhaps the most powerful change was implementing recurring revenue through subscription services. Instead of selling one-time pressure washers, the owner began offering biannual packages with 3-tier options. This increased total jobs by 50% while ensuring predictable cash flow. Then came the biggest shift, hiring technicians to replace the owner's manual labor. With 3 full-time technicians at $40,000 each, the business could handle 700 jobs annually without the owner doing any of the work. The final touches included implementing systems that responded to new leads within 60 seconds, increasing conversion rates from 33% to 50%, automating post-job review requests, boosting the company's online reputation, and creating viral before and after videos that generated additional exposure and even advertising revenue. The end result? A business that grew from $65,000 to $570,800 in annual profit, all while removing the owner from day-to-day operations. This transformation illustrates a crucial principle. To achieve passive income, you must shift from working in your business to working on your business. Start by establishing a North Star metric that aligns your team's efforts. At Amazon, Jeff Bezos made customer satisfaction the North Star, obsessively measuring and improving it above all else. For your business, this might be weekly growth percentage, customer retention rate, or recurring revenue. Communication is equally important. Implement a weekly compass meeting where you spend just 10 minutes sharing the mission, celebrating wins, addressing challenges, and outlining upcoming priorities. End on a high note that leaves your team feeling empowered. Follow this with Friday Finances, a weekly review of key performance indicators that keeps you aware of your business's health without drowning in data. The final piece of the passive income puzzle is decentralized management. Warren Buffett manages Berkshire Hathaway's 360,000 employees with a headquarters staff of just 25 people. How? By hiring the best people, giving them autonomy, and monitoring results rather than micromanaging processes. As Tom Murphy, former head of Capital Cities, ABC, put it, "Don't hire a dog and try to do the barking." By implementing these growth systems, strategic pricing, recurring revenue models, skilled operators, quick response mechanisms, and decentralized management,
You transform your business from a job into an asset that generates income whether you're working or not.
Chapter 5, Scaling Up, from one business to a small empire. Once your first business is running smoothly with systems and operators in place, you'll likely start feeling the itch to expand. This is natural. Studies show that 86% of self-made billionaires built their wealth through multiple businesses rather than a single venture. However, the path to scaling requires discipline and strategy to avoid spreading yourself too thin. Jeffrey Kent, founder of luxury travel company Abercrombie & Kent, shared his billion-dollar secret during a chance meeting on a flight. The main ingredient is one we all have, but we rarely use it correctly: time. He ran his business for 61 years, demonstrating that the true recipe for success is time plus focus plus consistency. The first rule of scaling is to master your initial business before acquiring others, what I call the business blinders approach. For at least your first 12 months of ownership, avoid shiny object syndrome. Even as you spot new opportunities, maintain laser focus on optimizing your current operation. Only after you've established stable systems, trained your operator, and achieved consistent profitability should you consider expansion. As Erasmus wisely noted, "He that hunts two rabbits catches neither." When you're ready to scale, the platform acquisition strategy offers a powerful path forward. Instead of starting diverse, unrelated businesses, expand through complementary additions that layer onto your first business like an onion. Take the example of a laundromat owner who started with $67,000 in annual profit. After stabilizing operations for the first 90 days, they added vending machines inside their facility. These machines required minimal management but added $48,000 in annual profit. Next came a vertical acquisition, purchasing another laundromat from an owner, Bob, who wanted to retire to the countryside. Using seller financing, the buyer acquired Bob's more established business with its wash and fold service, adding $300,000 in profit. By implementing the same improvements that worked in their first location, better signage, a new website, subscription models, and vending machines, they generated an additional $125,000 in profit from Bob's location. The expansion continued with asset acquisitions, buying used machines from a closing store to increase capacity, satellite acquisitions, adding a delivery service, horizontal acquisitions, creating their own laundry soap line, and finally a real estate acquisition, purchasing their strip mall. In total, these strategic additions transformed a $67,000 profit stream
into a $1,140,000 empire.
all built around a single core business model. Carlos Slim, Bernard Arnault, and Charles Koch, some of the wealthiest people in the world, all built their fortunes through similar platform acquisition strategies. Rather than chasing diverse ventures, they identified opportunities to expand within and adjacent to their core businesses. This approach minimizes risk while maximizing synergies and economies of scale. The key to successful scaling lies in what I call the cash-out cake, a recipe with 7 essential ingredients: simple finances, clean, transparent accounting, detailed SOPs, standard operating procedures for every process, loyal employees, low turnover, high morale, reduced owner dependency, the business runs without you, multiple revenue streams, diversified income sources, strong systems, technology and automation, and a reliable sales engine, predictable customer acquisition. When you focus on building these ingredients into each business before expanding to the next, you create sustainable growth rather than a house of cards. As you scale, maintain the discipline to say no to distractions and yes only to opportunities that complement your existing operations. With patience and strategic focus, your single business can become the foundation of a thriving empire. Chapter 6: Exit Strategies: When and How to Sell for Maximum Profit. Even the most passionate entrepreneurs eventually reach a point where they're ready to sell their businesses and move on to new ventures. As Andrew Wilkinson humorously observed, every founder in year one, "I love my company. These people are my family and I will run this business forever." Every founder in year 8, "I hate my life and my employees hate me. Please buy my business and let me go away for a very long time." Sam Parr's story exemplifies this journey. After building The Hustle into a media company generating tens of millions in revenue and millions in profit, Sam found himself exhausted from the constant stress of entrepreneurship. When HubSpot approached with an acquisition offer, Sam initially feigned disinterest, but ultimately sold the company for tens of millions of dollars. Despite feeling he sold a bit early, the freedom and financial security made the decision worthwhile. Another example comes from Mark Laskamp, who transformed a beat-up old laundromat in Austin into a thriving business with a wash, fold, and delivery service. By keeping his industrial machines running 22 hours a day, servicing everything from vacation rentals to professional sports teams, Mark built a $3 million a year operation. After just 2 years of ownership, he was preparing to sell it for nearly $4 million, ready to move on to his next venture. The key to maximizing your exit value lies in preparation. Less than 30% of small businesses successfully sell, primarily because owners fail to prepare their businesses for acquisition. To command top dollar, you need to create what I call a cash-out cake, a business that's appetizing to potential buyers because it has all the right ingredients. First, ensure your finances are simple and transparent. When one accounting practice was looking to sell, potential buyers discovered financial records haphazardly stored in boxes with coffee stains, inconsistencies between tax returns and financial statements, and no clarity on cash versus credit card payments. In contrast, a sellable business has immaculate records with tax returns matching QuickBooks accounts, clear revenue and expense trends, and audited financial statements. Second, document every aspect of your operations with detailed standard operating procedures, SOPs. Follow the rule of 3. Anything you or your employees do more than 3 times, or that has at least 3 steps, should be thoroughly documented. This shows buyers that the business can continue operating smoothly after you leave. Third, build a loyal team with low turnover. Buyers don't want to see a revolving door of talent or inexperienced management. They want a stable workforce that will stay after the ownership transition. Fourth, make yourself unnecessary to daily operations. A business that relies on the owner is unsellable. Before listing your business, remove yourself by training a trusted general manager or management team to run everything without you. Fifth, diversify your revenue streams and customer base. Avoid having any single customer represent more than 15% of your revenue and ensure you have multiple channels for acquiring new customers. Finally, install a sales engine that doesn't depend on you. Create a systematic approach to sales with defined processes, scripts, and analytics that anyone can operate. When it comes to valuation, remember that buyers typically base their offers on a multiple of your profits, usually 2.5x for small businesses. You can increase this multiple by identifying add-backs, owner benefits, and one-time expenses that artificially lower your reported profits. These might include your salary, health insurance, vehicle expenses, or charitable donations. The more profitable your business appears, the higher the sale price. Should you use a broker? While they typically charge a 10% commission, a great broker can save you time by marketing your business, vetting potential buyers, and handling documentation. Look for someone with experience selling businesses in your category and a track record of success. As you prepare to exit, remember that selling is emotional. You'll likely experience moments of regret and second-guessing. But this is rarely your only shot. Most successful entrepreneurs go on to buy, build, and sell multiple businesses throughout their careers. The skills you've developed will serve you in whatever venture comes next. Summary. The path to financial freedom isn't about chasing unicorn startups or climbing corporate ladders. It's about strategic ownership of cash-flowing assets. Through the RICH method, research the right business for your skills, invest using creative financing, command through effective operators, and harness systems for passive growth, you've learned how ordinary people are building extraordinary wealth by acquiring boring businesses. As Warren Buffett wisely said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." This fundamental truth underlies everything we've explored. The difference between those who achieve financial freedom and those who don't isn't intelligence or luck. It's their willingness to shift from employee thinking to owner thinking. Your salary will never set you free. Only ownership can do that. Your next step is clear. Start researching businesses in your area that match your zone of genius. Visit local establishments, talk to owners nearing retirement age, and look for those sales opportunities, stale, old, weak competition, and simple operations. Remember that your first deal doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to get you in the game of ownership. The wealth-building journey of 1,000 miles begins with acquiring that first boring business.